What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. We'll be live tonight for a play-by-play reaction between our San Antonio Spurs and the Sacramento Kings. Hope the new intro wasn't too loud, trying something different. We also have one other special treat for tonight. I'll wait and show that until, well, something has to happen for me to show it. But did some work on the channel today, put about an hour and a half into some video editing, so hopefully that was cool and not too loud. If it was too loud, I'll fix the volume levels. But hope you had a great weekend, and maybe the Spurs can play a little better tonight. Good evening, Colin, Andy, Hoop, Cowboy, X Factor, Spur in the Moment, Yusuf. I know you don't like to talk politics. Oh, well, I'm going to stop right there. I'll leave it there, Cowboy, X Factor. Yankees, you know, I'm a Yankees fan, but I loosely pay attention to the regular season. I really start paying attention. I mean, I know Judge is having a monster year, but I'll really tune in September-ish and see where the playoff is there. It's just 162 games. It's just too much. No Castle and no City tonight. Biscuit Buddy, that is not what I want to hear. Not surprised in City Sissoko. He's clearly not 100%, but I really want to see Stephon Castle tonight. He played fairly well yesterday. Really, actually played pretty good. His shots in two-point land were dropping for him, but three-point land, he was actually shooting pretty well, and he was getting to wherever he wanted to on the floor. And he would have had a ton of assists if our guys could make a shot. But the shooting was terrible last night. I hope we don't see a repeat of that tonight. And Riley Minix got hurt last night, which was a huge disappointment. I wanted to see him play, and oh boy. I am in his house. Good evening, Veronica. Cool. A lot of people care about City. How dare you? They're doing good, Cowboy X Factor, but if you guys put anything in the chat referencing a former or current president, I'm not going to say the name, and I'm going to stop reading the comment. Not the place for it. Appreciate you being here, but we're here for the Spurs tonight, and occasionally the New York Giants, and when the season starts, I'm really looking forward to hopefully trolling the Cowboys, the Eagles, and whatever Washington's name is this season. Is it still the Commanders? I can't keep track anymore. Of course I did. Boo 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 boo. Boop. He doesn't have much of a booper, but he's cute. He's got, see, look, got the headband all nice and tied up, or eye band. Oh, stop, Phil. Go Spurs to you, Paul. Castle looks very promising. Seriously, he could have had 8 to 10 assists if our guys could drop any shots. He was getting to where he wanted to on the floor. It's just one game, and it's not against, you know, NBA teams, but you see some promise there, and that's what you want to see, whereas other players like Jameer Nelson, you're just like, oh gosh. Please stop shooting. Please stop turning the ball over. Please just stop playing. So I'm watching the game on ESPN Plus, and it says the event hasn't started yet. What is taking so long? Like, the game starts at 10. I want to put on En Español and see if the game's on the Spanish stream of ESPN Plus. Nope, still hasn't started. Event about to start. Is the game started for you guys, or is everybody waiting? I'm just on event about to start. And that's where I'm at. I did see CP3 officially signed today. Darren, I'm going to enjoy the football season because I do talk some smack as a Giants fan, but I own the fact the Giants suck while I'm talking smack. Falcon Lord, it's on ESPN2 and it's on ESPN Plus. I subscribed to ESPN Plus today so I could watch the games, and as a bonus, I can watch other Summer League games on ESPN Plus. I don't know if I will, but I can. But I'll get to watch Ultimate Fighter from last season with Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler, who still have not fought yet. Or is it 2 years ago now? It feels like they've been fighting for forever. Oh, there's some in the game. Thank you, Phil. Yeah, NBA TV showing 4 games. ESPN2 showing 4 games for our Spurs. ESPN Plus is showing all of them. China and Charlotte. Okay. China's playing us Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, I believe. Just ended. Okay. Charlotte game now just ending. Thank you, everybody. DeMar DeRozan to the Kings. The Spurs, I'm going to do a video on it tomorrow. I don't want to say what the video is about. It's obviously about the Spurs, but I saw an article that I thought, wow, this could be a catchy video. And I'll say the channel's doing well lately. All Spurs content creator there's a handful of Spurs content creators, but there's a lot of Spurs content coming up. I mean, I go into my main page now, and it's just flooded with Spurs videos, and I'm like, wow. In my 5 years on YouTube with you guys, this is the most attention I've ever seen the Spurs get, ever by far. It's great. It's nice to see so much excitement in the community, and just wow. This channel is certainly doing better than it ever has, and I just hope that people don't forget us. So forget us little guys. I don't think too many people are streaming Spurs games live, are they? Are we the only ones that still kind of get together for every game, or is there a conglomerate of Spurs live streamers? I'm just wondering. I don't know what's going on there. I can't keep track. I have no idea who the starters are yet. I'm still waiting for the event to start. Yeah, I did see that. Ooh, I didn't know Devin Carter was having surgery on his shoulder, or did he already have it? A prescriber, good evening to you. Kings fan, thank you for stopping in. Juan, the Olympics, a lot of the stuff is on while I'm at work, so I can't really watch it. I've been following what Wemby's been doing with the French team, and yeah, they're killing it. Infamous, it looks like Castle's not going to play tonight. Rico Suave, good evening to you. When we hit 25,000 Cowboy X Factor, 25,000 subscribers is not that far away. I think we're like 1,100-ish. I would love for us to get to that before the season starts. There's not going to be a lot of live streams between now and then. We'll have the Summer League and then preseason, and then that'll be it. That being said, we will be doing new content on the channel shortly. I've mentioned my girlfriend, Miss TSR Sports, is oblivious to pretty much everything WWE or F and UFC related. So we will probably do some reactions to stuff that she's never seen, which is going to be like everything. Classic matches for the UFC or WWE. Has this game started yet? ESPN is still just scrolling the event about to start. The last game started at 5 minutes after the hour. Let's go here. Yes, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, by the way, please do so. Fast, fun, free, nutritious, and delicious. Looks like this. Wait, did Bronny score 4 points again today? And Chris Paul is the first big free agent. I don't know if we signed somebody last year. I can't remember. Yeah, Rico Suave, I'm still going to call it. I think a lot of people are probably going to not watch the game if Castle's not playing, but I still want to see what other guys are doing. Now, if it's a blowout again, like last night, I'm not going to stay up till midnight calling it. David Soto was trying to get to be a Cowboys fan, but I told him now they are worse historically than the Giants. Bronny's injured? I didn't know he got hurt. Oh, no. What? It's not related to his heart issue from last year, is it? Like, this is something totally unrelated? By the way, also here tonight... Wait. I can't believe this game hasn't started yet. Wait, did Bronny get a fully... I didn't know he got a fully guaranteed contract. I knew he got a good contract, but I didn't realize it was fully guaranteed. Yes, he is, Cowboy X Factor. Okay, thank you, Sugar Jet. Got it. Rosedine gave out at 6. Vinny Canini, interesting channel name. Thank you for stopping in. I feel like there's something wrong with my ESPN Plus. Is this game not starting? What is going on here? Wait, they're playing on the same court, aren't they? So are they shuffling off the Charlotte team and the China team, and they got to get the Spurs and Kings on there? Ah, shoot. Yeah, City Sissoko's out. Probably a good thing. He did not look 100% last night. Apparently, Stefan Castle's out. And Javier, I don't know. The game hasn't started. I don't know who's playing yet. And all hero, no cape. That is correct. Still in commercial. Ronnie got a full guaranteed contract and a roster spot, but going to play for the G League. Yep. Bronny. I think you mean Bronny. Game has not started yet. Jude, it's on ESPN 2 and on ESPN Plus. Apparently, there's a delay in the game starting. I'm not watching a dozen commercials. I'm watching an event to about start scroller, just repeat over and over and over. Beantown Breakdown! It's been a hot minute. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're having a great summer. Beantown Breakdown, I was going to say Boston sports content creator, but I think he's semi-retired from YouTube. I'm not sure. I don't want to put words in his mouth. He's a great guy nonetheless, and sometimes life happens, and I know he's been extremely busy with great things happening in life. So congratulations on all the good things you've told me that's happening via text. And YouTube will always be here waiting for if you want to come back. I feel like we are finally, Spurs fans, finally hitting a stride here where the teams, where there's more interest in this team than any other time I've been a content creator. We started the channel April 2019. Spurs interest has never been this high, and we're coming off of 22 and 60 seasons. That's crazy. The ESPN Plus music is annoying. You can't hear it, can you? Are you watching it? You're hearing it on your own end, I guess. France plays Germany tomorrow again? Really? Olympus prediction? I think France has a chance to... Well, I think they have a legit chance to take it all. I don't know who to root for, France and USA. I'm in America, so you would think I'm rooting for the USA, but I kind of would like to see Wemby win a gold medal. There's no Spurs on the Olympic team, right? Sissoko lost 40. Is it 40 pounds? I thought he lost 20. Is it as much as 40? Good grief. So he's adapting to his new frame and resting because he played he did play a lot, but I didn't realize he lost that much weight. Okay, Diffuser. Yeah, I'm sitting here just watching ESPN scroll over and over and over again. A late game, too. A 10 p.m. game, and it's delayed starting. So not only is it starting late, now it's starting even later. I think we're at minimum a play-in team. Now, the Western Conference is stacked. The Kings just got better. They should have gotten better. We essentially got Harrison Barnes for free, which I didn't say in the video. I should have said that in the video this morning. We essentially just took over his contract, his $18 million contract. I assume he's going to start. He's going to space the floor. He's not a great defender at this point of his career. He does not pass the rock at all or make plays for anybody else, but he's going to shoot. So I saw somebody kind of compare him to Doug McDermott. I don't know if Harrison moves like Doug does. Doug was great moving off the ball. I don't know if Harrison Barnes has that kind of movement in his game. It's a vet. I've read wonderful things about his character. So that's certainly somebody that could be good to be on the team for, whether it's a half a season, all this year. I don't see him being a long-term mainstay on the Spurs, but it's a plug-and-play for now. Joe with the $2 Super Chat says, hope the Spurs keep Barnes and gonna miss Devontae. Yeah, Devontae was a professional. Life is good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Captain license? What? The game was supposed to start at 10, TG1. I'm still waiting for the darn thing to start. I'm just watching a waiting to start scroll. It's 10:13. These games take 2 hours. I was hoping to be in bed at midnight. Now this game's going to go past 12. They're killing me here. Bron knee. Oh, Bron knee. That. Bo Jackson? I don't know if you're going for Bo Jackson there with the B Jackson. I don't know why he's out tonight. I'm angry about all the All-Stars playing for Team USA when Pop was coaching. Oh, really? Asen Harris, good evening to you. Yes, Sirski, good evening to you. Game will start in a few minutes. Thank you, Juan. He can shoot Cowboy X Factor. Good player off the ball. Okay, I've only seen when he plays this against, plays the Kings. Not this Kings, obviously. So I have very little memory of what he does when he didn't have the ball with him. Now that Chris Paul is officially signed, will he change the number? That's a good question. With CP3 and Castle, I don't know what's going to happen to Trey Jones. I think Trey is going to test the free agent market after the season and try to become a starter somewhere else. Unless he really wants to stay in San Antonio, is fine with being a backup. You have to assume next year the keys are going to be given to Castle, so to speak, to run the offense. I'm assuming he's going to play well enough this year that that's going to happen. Yeah, it's supposed to be start time 10 p.m. Caitlin, good evening to you. And if anybody's new to the channel, TSR Sports is a New York Giants and primarily a San Antonio Spurs channel. We've been here for 5 years. We cover almost every single game live. Do watch along, play-by-play, watch party, reaction, whatever you want to call it. And, of course, we sprinkle videos in just about every single day. It's been very busy Spurs season with all the news, all the trades, the movement, and I don't think they're done yet. I'm reading that we're going to have to, not have to, but they're probably going to release one player out of, or not keep, either Sandro Mamakhelishvili, Charles Bassey, or Julian Champagny. Out of those three, it's got to be Charles Bassey. Back-to-back years of season-ending injuries on the same knee. There we go. It's finally starting up. Good grief. Out of Mario, good evening to you. Bassey, Alvin, I don't think he's going to be on the roster season start. I don't. I like Charles Bassey. I really do. If you can't... fractured patella 2 years ago. Last season, torn ACL. I believe he had a patella issue in college too, all on the same knee. He's just probably... Oh, here we go. Luke Adavalich, Nathan Mensah, Harrison Ingram, Tyson Warren, Jamari Bouye for the Spurs, Mason Jones, Colby Jones, Keon Ellis, Isaac Jones, Drew Timme. They have 3 Jones going for the Sacramento Kings. Mr. Jones and me. Joe with the $2 super chat. Going to get Castle jersey soon. The missus get hers. I'm probably going to hold off on getting a Stephen Castle jersey. She has gotten one. It's on the way in the mail. And I'm going to put this out here because I know she's watching. If your jersey comes tomorrow or Tuesday, then you should come over here Tuesday night to watch the game at 8 p.m. against China. Sport your Castle jersey. Wikipedia, for what it's worth, says Keldon wears number 45? Are the Giants looking good? Yeah, .tom 210. That's going to be a lot of folks. But I'm going to be here. No, he's not playing tonight. And Miss TSR is watching just the first quarter. I'm a Spurs fan through and through. If Wemby's not playing, I'm still watching. If Castle's not playing, I'm still watching. A diehard to the end, for better or for worse. The Bouye. We got the Bouye, though. And I'm not going to know anybody on the Kings. I do have most of the Spurs roster up now, so I can at least tell you who's doing what on our guys. Tomorrow is Monday. Did I mess something up? No, I said she gets her jersey Monday or Tuesday. Then she should come over for the Spurs game Tuesday night where we play China. All right, finally, players are on the court. And away we go. Which I forgot to say last night. Little rusty. They got the scoreboard up. Hopefully there's like 0 fouls in this game. Because this game is starting 12 minutes later than it's supposed to. The Spurs game yesterday started 5 minutes after the hour. This one is starting 17. And the Spurs win the jump ball. Keldon's new jersey number is 00. Is that official? Good evening, Darren. Fish professionally as in and like make money off of it? Like tournaments? If that's the case, great. You ever thought, I know you, the sports channel takes up too much time, last I spoke with you. Have you thought about doing more with the outdoor channel or more fishing stuff? That's a miss for the Kings. It is Spurs ball. All tied up 0-0. And ESPN, again, not going to have the lineups, probably like they did yesterday. Actually, at one point, we checked ESPN, and they had the score as 0-0. Yeah, I use ESPN for the game information. They have had no game information this whole summer league whatsoever. Game is now. And yes, Ernesto, no Stefan Castle. Game is in the first quarter, just started. Bouye at the line, and he Bouye's that free throw. No good. Scoreboard is right. It's 0-0, Rhonda. Now, you might be ahead of me. I'm watching on ESPN+, so no spoilers. That free throw is good. You got to remember, you might be ahead of me. I have no control over that. And there's also YouTube latency as well. I think I see the chat before you guys see some of the video, which is weird. Yeah, anyway. Spurs are up 1-0. Okay. Lots of Jones out there for the Kings, which is going to make it very difficult to call the game. That pull-up three is no good from the corner. Bouye with the ball, brings it up for the Spurs. Bouye flying up the court. Reset. We're going to have a three-point attempt, and that is, oh my God, Tyson Ward. That was ugly. And a nice fast break, transition layup for the Kings. They are up 2-1. I hope I don't have to say airball a million times like that was one of the Jones guys for the Kings, one of the three. I said airball like 5 or 6 times last night with the Spurs. Bouye into the paint and draws another foul. All right, awesome, Bobby. Actually, has in 0-0 retired, Pat. You're right. Albert, yes, we're already load managing Castle. You know, I was thinking, like, there's no way he's not going to play tonight. He's only 20. He's not playing tonight. How are you a full half ahead of me? Pat, are you watching the wrong game? You're watching the wrong game. I was going to say, how are you full F ahead of me? The game I'm watching live. Jameer Nelson with the bucket in the paint. Spurs up 3-2. Joe with the $2 super chat again. No, Dominic Barlow. Spurs did not offer him a contract. I believe he's an unrestricted free agent. I fully expect them not to re-sign him. And quite frankly, Spurs fans, bucket for the Kings. We're probably going to have to get used to players rotating off the team's roster. What I mean by that is they have 1 million draft picks over the next few years, and these guys that aren't developing as fast as they like to, maybe your Malachi Branhams, your Blake Wesleys, and your Dominic Barlows, they might not keep players like that as they're trying to find guys that fit with Wemby now, not maybe fit with Wemby 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. Bouye for 3! Nope. Spurs ball, 7:33 on the clock. Spurs down 4-3. That pull-up 3 is no good. I don't know who that was. So, my bad. It was a Spurs player, but at Summer League, it's kind of tough. I don't recognize, obviously, a lot of these guys, even though I watched the game last night. Kings ball. Calvin, good evening to you. Oh, we are so set, Calvin. That pull-up J is no good, and we're going to have a foul and 2 free throws for the Kings, and my worst nightmare, Spurs fans, is coming true. I said hopefully no fouls, and there's been a lot of fouls already. Ellis going on the line for 2. Yes, we do need to resign Mamu. Anthony Bustamante, no Stefan Castle tonight. Puerto Rico just qualified for the Olympics. All right, congratulations, Christian. Castle out. Load management. Looking at Barnes' contract, it's this year and next year. $18 million this year, $19 million next year. First free throw is good. Joshua, hey, have fun. I wish I could go to games like you guys can. I live in Connecticut, so it ain't happening. This guy's got great hair, by the way. Second free throw, good. What's up, JC? Spurs ball. Yes, you guys should let me know how Nunes does in the Olympics, because I wasn't thrilled about his draft pick, but I'm rooting for him. Bouye kicks it out. 3-point attempt is no good and over the rim. Tyson Ward with another missed 3. Harrison over DeRozan. Yeah. Younger player. Better shooter. I would not be shocked if the Spurs traded Harrison Barnes and Chris Paul before the trade deadline. Kept them on as mentors for the first half of the season, and then a contender comes a call and saying, hey, we could use them, and the Spurs get another weird 2029 protected pick or 2029 pick swap. They are stockpiling these draft picks that are 6-7 years away, and on paper, or your initial reaction might be, this doesn't seem like a good thing, but you dig into it, they're controlling a lot of teams' destiny with these pick swaps over the next 5 or 6 years. Bouye into the paint, misses, and Bouye's going to go to the line again. Thank you, Joshua. Sugar J, I would love to see Wemby. It would probably more likely up here, either Boston, New York, or Brooklyn. I already have a vacation planned this year, and I don't have enough vacation time, and I started a new position 2 weeks ago to come down to Texas again. I'd love to see Wemby in Texas, but seeing Wemby up in the Northeast, I'm certainly fine for it too. Bouye makes the first free throw. Bouye in all the points here for the Spurs. I think he's got like 4. Butterfly, good evening to you. No idea why Castle's not playing, guys. Load management. Will City Sissoko had a scope on his knee a few weeks ago. He looked not good last night. Oh, we got the players up. All right. My thing's way off, but on the court for this. We just have the on the court for the Spurs. All right, we have the on the court for the Spurs, but not the Kings. Okay, odd. Whatever. Spurs hit a 3 when I was looking away. Spurs ball down 9-8. Bouye with the ball into the paint. Tosses it out to the fans. At the turnover for the Spurs. But Bouye's been active. You guys know I like the Bouye. I mean, I like his name. I don't think he's going to make the team, but he's got a great name. So ESPN's got the players up. So I can put the Twitter thing back up. There we go. And I can make that a little bit bigger. That's what she said. What? What? Huh? Commercial break, my friends. Oh my goodness, that's loud. What commercial is this? Jeez, Grandma? Chill out. Alright, do that. Alright, so we'll do this. That text is a little tiny. On the fly editing. Alright, so we know the Spurs. Fortunately, we don't know who's out there for the Kings. Maybe ESPN doesn't know either, so that's why they're not showing it. Alright, I guess that's good. So, oh wait, no, that's the court for the Kings. My bad, that's on the court for the Kings. Where are the Spurs? Wait a minute. There it is. User operator error. My bad. I was like, wait, those are all the Jones. All right, finally getting things up and running here. I'm tired. I'm sorry. I thought it was the Spurs because I don't know what I was looking at. I was clearly not looking on the right thing because that was not the Spurs. So there you go. There's the lineups for everybody. I'm cutting off one of the Jones. I don't want to do that. All right, I got to shrink it again. Didn't come out right. All right, there we go. Yeesh. All right. Players are on the court. I'm sorry. I did say I was a little rusty, right? Castle is resting already, yes. 209 watching and only 58 likes. We need some more of these, my friends. Or Chuck Norris is going to hunt you down. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! Oh, after this season, I think we're going to be a play-in team at least, playing contender, and then after that, all bets are off. You can cut one of the Jones they have. I know, right? Look at all these Jones. How do they have so many Jones? Spurs do get an A+ for the Harrison Barnes acquisition. And Jedi, I don't know what the plan is for Kelvin. I assume he's still coming off the bench. Seriously, if I have to make a video in the next few weeks that the Spurs have traded him, you might see my eyes water up. I would be devastated. He's been the one consistent throughout this whole channel's life. We've been doing this channel for 5 years. He's the only Spur, I think, that's been on the team the whole existence of the channel. Because we started in 2019. That was his rookie year. Yeah, Kelvin's been the only consistent for the Spurs. No, Kokoshibo, she's at home right now. Probably going to sleep in like 10 minutes. Load management summer league. Those Jones are reproducing like rabbits. Do we want Brandon Ingram, though? I've read some reports that say he doesn't go all out on the court, and that's... like, there's been games where it looked like he's not efforting. Harrison Ingram's playing. He's going to drive into the paint, throws it up. Harrison Ingram would have bug it. That's a kid I'm hoping plays well. Not Brandon Ingram. No relation. Harrison Ingram, who looked nervous last night. Drives to the paint, and the ball's going to roll off the rim, and I think that was one of the Joneses for the Kings. The Bouye will bring it up. The Bouye will drive. The Bouye with the layup and one. The Bouye. Jamari Bouye. Bouye must have read Spurs Talk's article that he said he doesn't think he can make it as a Spurs, and then watched my video our video where I said, yeah, I don't think so either. My projected starting lineup, depleted mind, it seems a general consensus as we go into a timeout is it's going to be Wemby, Barnes, Sohan, Vassell, and Paul. After that, I assume Jones, Castle, Johnson, and Collins is going to be in the main rotation off the bench. Where does that leave Mamu, Wesley, Branham, and others? The guess is as good as mine. The Jazz are going to want way too much for Larry Markkinen spur of the moment. Way too much. No. Dad with the layup. Yeah, there may have been nerves yesterday. Butterfly says she's still not sure about Sohan. So would you be up for him being traded? Yeah, I don't know who I would. I mean, ideally, we get a top 3 pick next year, and then the last spot that's needed on the roster, a wing, a forward, is taken, and then our starting lineup is Wemby, hopefully Castle next season, Vassell, Sohan, and whoever is going to fill that other spot. I would play my, I'm totally fine with the Spurs moving on from Zach Collins, but they signed him to a 2-year extension for $35 million last year. He's coming off shoulder surgery for his dislocated shoulder. I don't think his trade value is very high right now. I think we're stuck with him. I hope he proves us wrong and plays well. It's not looking good. Sugar J, I think he is going to be here. Fair enough, Pat. Brandon sucks. They better not. We need to trade Kate. Klay Thompson just went to the Mavericks. He's not going to come to San Antonio. Jazz have to trade Markkanen. They are in a rebuild, and he's their best trade chip. But they have 1 million picks with the Gobert trade. I don't know. Bouyer's free throw is no good. He Bouyered that free throw too. Spurs get the offensive board. Anybody watching this on ESPN Plus and like the audio is the commercials are extremely loud? I don't know who just shot that for the Spurs. Yeah, I don't know who that was. Sorry. Kings vault. Down 12-11, 4:20 to go. Smoke him if beyond him. That runner is good, and the Kings have taken the lead 13-12. Bertans is not coming back. Butterfly. I don't see that happening. Tyson Ward just airballed the 3. Tyson Ward looks awful shooting tonight. I'm just going to put it out there. He looks awful. My goodness. He needs some milk. Pull up Jay in the paint. You're going to roll around, and good. And the Kings are up 15-12. And I'm sorry, I don't know the Kings players, so I'm just going to call it when they get a bucket. Bouyer will bring it up for the Spurs. Who knows number 18? Am I roster right down here on ESPN? Oh, it was Horn, I think. All right. I don't think he played last night, so that's probably why I'm a little confused. That's a 3 for the Spurs. I was checking things out. My apologies. LeBron said Brian, he doesn't give a... What? Okay. Kings back up 17-15. That was Crawford with the bucket for the Kings. Are we better than the Rockets? Anything's possible with Wemby. Horn for 3, no good. And we're going to have a whistle. Rich, if I get all the clear in 2 weeks, I can officially call and say, wow. I hope it is the last one. You've been getting close and close and close and close. Rich, who do you... Darren, we don't have any money left. We hit the cap. With the signing of Chris Paul and the trade of Harrison Barnes, the Spurs have no more cap space. I don't think anything else is going to happen this offseason unless we make a trade. It's not going to be a signing. Let's sign Kai Soto. That 3 is a brick. Seth Milner Jr., who has not impressed me this summer league either. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs ball. Turnover by the Kings. We're not better than the Rockets. Well, Mac, I can hope, but maybe not yet. Yeah, 4 pause. Bouyer's actually playing pretty good tonight. We had $26 million in cap, Kokushibo. Chris Paul's making 11. Barnes is making 18. Do the math. That's 29. Masalski, who's wearing Luka Samanich's old number, gets in the paint and scores. All tied up 17. No, you're right, Womack. If we keep Rob Dillingham, that does not happen. And another whistle. Basement Toller Nunez is playing overseas. He will not, I don't think he'll play at all for any Spurs team in America this season. Whether it's the San Antonio Spurs or the Austin Spurs, he's going to be overseas. If I could pick any 2 players in today's NBA to play with Wemby, who would they be? At the current age, correct? Not a player that's like, 10 years past their prime. Gosh. I mean, Giannis would be intriguing as a twin tower duo, but the floor spacing might be bad with him out there. But he comes to mind. Obviously, Luka Doncic, one of the best young players in the NBA. So, I mean, anybody that's young, SGA, anybody that's young and already considered one of the top 10. Yeah. A couple free throws coming up for the Kings after the Spurs foul. All tied up 17-17. Not anymore. Juan, I was just talking about that. If it's Wemby and the French team versus Team USA, I might be rooting for France. Which isn't totally crazy. I do have some French in me, I believe. Free throw's no good. Kogashiba, I've seen some highlights. If there was something that happened in the Germany game, I have not seen that. It is Spurs ball, down by 1, playing much better than yesterday. Pull up 3, no good. And another foul. Horn for 3, no good. This is a foul fest, and I don't like it. Don't like it, Lod. We haven't seen a dunk yet for the Spurs. I need a dunk for the Spurs. That's the other new video I did. I did a new dunk video. SGA would be amazing. Good evening, Greg. Well, I was going to say I'm all alone, but I'm not. Baby Coyote's here. Headman, Grogu, and Mikey. We're all here. Mensa with the miss in the paint. Kings on the fast break. Layup. Good. We're not being blown out. And the West is stacked. Absolute bread for my family. I can go for some bread right now. I'm kind of hungry. But I should not be eating this late. I didn't see what happened. We just turned the ball over? Wow, that was quick. I think the Twin Towers could work with Wemby. Absolutely. That 3 is no good. Fight for the board. And the Spurs, the Horn will come down with it. Under a minute to go. Spurs ball. Thought we were going to have a... Oh, goodness. Horn falling over the place with the ball. We're going to have a jump ball. Yep, let me get my clock correct. Greg, yes. I got Mikey a few, well, actually about maybe a month and a half ago. I was at a comic book place that I frequent quite often. And I bought the comics I was going to buy, and I was out of cash at that point, and I was like, oh. Pulled up Mikey. I was like, how much for Mikey? And the guy's like, I don't know, how about $5? I'm like, all right, well, I'm tapped on cash. Can you put them in the back, and I'll pick them up next time I come? And I buy a lot of stuff from this guy, so I mean, I spend a lot of money. He just looked at me, he's like, dude, just take it. He gave them to me. He didn't have to do that, but I think he could tell how much I wanted them, and it was really cool. He just said, just take it. So that was really nice. Kings ball. Pull up Jay. Swish. Spurs can hold for the last shot, and every time I say that, we turn the ball over, by the way. Actually, Bobby, yes, I said 35 wins. 35-40, so you are right there. Maybe 42 now with Harrison Barnes. Good evening, Odyssey. Good night, Michelob. Oh, if we don't get at least 30 wins, something is seriously wrong. We should not ever have another team with a healthy Wemby that goes below 30 wins. Once a team's fully locked and loaded, we should not never be below 40 wins again. Jameer Nelson at the line for 2. He was terrible last night. Free's my favorite price too. Made his first free throw though. Lil Mac, it's not a question of do we want to win? Does Wemby want to win? There's a lot of Spurs fans on this channel like, I hope we tank again. Hope we only win 20 games. Da-da-da-da-da. You saw how good the team played at the end of last year, and a big part of that was because of how good Wemby was playing. I think Wemby's too good for us to win below 30 games. Shot at the... Oh, we got a foul. God, all these fouls. Oh, the Spurs have a lot of momentum. Please don't say that, Brett, for my family. Yes, they are. 4 paws. They are seriously going to be fighting for minutes. Yes. Add City Sissoko in there, too. 2 free throws for the Kings. The first one's no good. See, here's the thing, Chris. Some folks have talked about making merch. I don't have any interest in that. I appreciate you guys asking. Somebody asked once, are you bringing memberships back? I do this because I love the Spurs. I have no interest in Patreon, memberships, sponsors. Oh my God. I'm at an all-time high for hating sponsorships. You watch a 20-second YouTube ad, you go into your channel you likes video, and then they beat you over the head with a 3-minute sponsorship, like right off the bat, and I'm like, seriously? I've always been sour on sponsorships for the most part, but oh my goodness, just random. And then hit you with it a second time during the video. Like just when you think it's over, and the Spurs score 25. And speaking of 25, how would you like to spend $25 and get 25% back on BetUS or whatever? I don't know. I'm using BetUS as an example because I'm seeing that sponsor starting to flood. Flood. They contacted me. I told them to pound sand. True story. I said nope, and nope, thank you. All right, better first quarter than last night. I still don't feel the winning vibes yet for the Spurs. We're getting there. Edgar, I don't know why he's not playing. And B-Town, we are very young and have 1 million draft picks. The Spurs are in good position over the next 5 to 10 years. It's magic. It's something. I just hate it when somebody says something and then and speaking of, and then they go, we're at a commercial break, so mine's just complain about this. Then they do a sponsor on something that has nothing to do with the channel. Like a Magic the Gathering company or channel, because I watch Magic channels, doing a heating pillow, or a Spurs channel doing an electric razor. I don't know. Like, what the hell's that have to do with San Antonio Spurs or Magic the Gathering? Wemby's going to get a lot of lobs, for sure. And no, we can't rely on those Hawks picks, but they could convey into something huge. We just don't know. BetUS contacted me. I told him to eat my Bostonian beer nuts. Nice, Bobby. I didn't exactly say that, but yeah, I mean, I deleted the email. I didn't even reply. I was like, whatever. Bibby, if they play each other, probably France. I'm a Commander guy bred for my family. I've been playing Commander since 2011. I never liked Modern. That's the format that rotates, right? I never want to play a format where I have to change my decks every 3 to 4 months. That's not me. Or maybe I'm thinking of Standard. I don't know. It shows you how little I play, or I don't play either format. I play casual. I don't play tournaments. I just like to have fun. So what Magic the Gathering channels do I watch? I watch significantly less than I used to. The game is really not as interesting to me lately. Or not the game, I should say. The products. Like an Assassin's Creed set. I don't want to see Assassin's Creed in Magic the Gathering. But as far as Magic the Gathering channels, I think the first one I watched was the Command Zone, but I haven't really been watching that anymore. I have no desire to watch gameplay videos anymore. I did watch them during 2020 and 21, where a lot of us were watching stuff like that. I still subscribe to Tolarian Community College. I don't really watch it much anymore, except for the Is It Worth It to Buys, like the Commander decks. I think he does an excellent job on that. The Is It Worth It to Buy Secret Lair thing, or Secret Lair Alert, those videos aren't that great anymore, not because of him, but the product is selling out before we can get a video up. Joe, got a long 3 for the Spurs, no good. I don't know some of these guys on the Spurs again. My bad. We're down by 8, and now a foul. What else have I watched? I used to watch the Commander's Quarters. Don't really watch that channel much anymore, or at all. I used to tune into Alpha Investments, even though he's kind of a he's a character. Don't watch that anymore. It's the product. It's the gluttony of product with Magic, and I just don't like a lot of the sets that are coming out. I don't like the Universes Beyond stuff as sets. I know. That's enough about Magic. Modern doesn't rotate. Okay. BetUS is everywhere now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is. It's awful. I see channels that told me they would never have a sponsor now that have just their whole channel is BetUS. That's it. It's everywhere. Not knocking anybody. Do what you want, but I don't know. That's a foul, and we're gonna have 2 free throws coming up for the Spurs. I just want this channel to stay about the Spurs. You know what I mean? I want it to stay about the community. I don't want to focus on merchandise or asking for money for, like, support this channel with Patreon, give me money. I don't want to do that. I want this to be, let's talk about the Spurs. I appreciate your support with the thumbs up or subscribe, but that's it. That's free. First free throw is no good for Jameer Nelson. Yeah, no, exactly. Too many and off-brand. Castle and Sissoko are out. No report is too wide. Felix, City Sissoko had his knee scoped a few weeks ago. He does not look 100% at all. Second free throw is no good. Nelson misses both of them. He's not looking good. He should not be playing tonight. I don't know why Castle's not playing. I'm actually really disappointed in that. You better be playing Tuesday night. Kings ball now up by 9, and the Spurs offense has disappeared this quarter. Nice passing by the Kings, and that shot's no good by bearded white guy. Grizzly Adams with the miss. One of the Joneses with the ball. There's a lot of Jones on the Kings, by the way. They had 3 Joneses in the starting lineup, and they have 2 Jones on the floor right now. That's a three-pointer. We're going to have a timeout. Spurs down by 12. Isabel, you are up late. She says, hi, TSR. Hi, Miss TSR. Miss TSR is actually probably asleep right now. Can't sleep at all because the France versus Germany game with Wemby is tomorrow. I'm a ball of nerves since it's also my first real basketball game live. That is awesome. Enjoy the game. And, yeah. DJ Genius. Yeah, exactly. All right, Brad. Good night. I talked to my girlfriend about this at length, about the channel, and she says one of the things that she doesn't like dating YouTubers, so the fact she's dating me is, I guess, an anomaly. But that I haven't, I don't want to say become corporate, but I haven't turned it into a business. I don't want to do that. I have a real job, which you guys know. This is a hobby, and I want to keep it as a fun hobby. I don't mind taking Google's ad revenue. I'll always be completely 100% transparent on that. I like Google's money, but that's also Google's money. I don't care. I don't want it to become to the point where, yeah, I want it to be just a fun Spurs community. That's how it started. Pretty much, that's how I want it to stay. People underestimate about how much it actually helps to like the stream and tell a friend about the channel. Yeah, the algorithm, it's all about the algorithm. It really is. That's the one thing I'll ask for support on the channel. I'll ask for the thumbs up, because if you're watching the content and hopefully enjoying it and interacting, that's the way I'd like you to support the channel. I'd really love to see our channel get to 25,000 subscribers before October 20th, whenever the season starts. That gives us a little over 2 months. Not impossible, but still a ways away. I think like 1,100, but we'll do our best. There you go, Camacho. I love our community too. We don't always agree on everything, but that's what I like too. Sometimes the only time I will occasionally delete comments, like last night somebody took one, and I probably should just not responded to it, and I'd be better than that, and I'm trying to do better about that. If somebody attacks me or a viewer in a comment on a video, I tend to either hide those or delete them if it's a little too rambunctious. And usually I'll just try to like it and heart it, because that disappears and who cares, but I need to do better at that. I'm not perfect, and I certainly don't consider myself an alpha male, but if you're coming at Miss TSR on the stream, that might come out of me a little bit. I'm going to go into protect mode. It's just, as I should though, right? 34-24, I'm sorry, I'm loosely paying attention to the games. I'm like chit-chatting away, driving the paint, and at the bucket for the Kings. Up by 12 still. Lomac, I like to consider myself a real Spurs fan. I've been a fan for 34 years. We've been on YouTube for 5 years. The Spurs have been a losing team all 5 years, so Bouye with the pull-up J, no good. And I'd like to say I'm humble in the fact that, not to toot my own horn, I'm one of those content creators that's glad to be wrong about somebody. What I mean by that is, if I say I don't think, like Nunes, I wasn't happy with the Nunes pick, I hope he proved me wrong. I love to be wrong on this channel about a player when I'm saying something that maybe not put them in a positive light. Another bucket by the Kings in the paint. That's probably one of the Joneses. There's 3 of them on the court right now, for crying out loud. I like it when people succeed on our Spurs. Like I've said, I'm done with Zach Collins. I hope he proves us all wrong next year and has splits of like 55, 45, and 80 and averages 15 points a game off the bench. I'd love to see Zach kill it off the bench. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. TSR is genuine. I try to be butterfly. I really do. I really do. Most YouTubers just simply ask you, simply ask, you don't like an a-hole and mess up the vibe in the chat. It's really not that. I think I might have misread that wrong. Kokoshibo were on the way to another blowout. They would, Greg. They would. We got a lot of good folks in the chat. Been a Spurs fan since 1998. Camacho, 1998. So you came in Timmy's second season, or did you come in halfway through his rookie year? He was drafted in 97. So you either came in after his first season, or he caught the back end of his rookie year. Bouye gets blocked in the paint. His shot gets bouye'd right out of there. And we're going to have a jump ball, 5:11 to go. We only have 24 points. My goodness, we have 24 points. I just realized that. Zach Collins plays with his hair on court more than he plays basketball. Ah, okay, but Bobby, I got you now. 4 pause. Our summer league team looks rough. Now they're missing a lot of guys tonight. Stefan Castle and City Sissoko are apparently on. Well, Stefan's probably on load management. Spurs are going to not win the jump ball. City definitely needed to sit, so he's City Sissoko. City. See what I did there? It's missed by the Kings. We're also without Raekwon Gray and David Duke Jr. So those are supposed to be the better players on our roster, and they're not playing. That being said, it's Summer League. We got blown out by, 32 last night? Now we're down by 14. Wemby's not playing Summer League. Legendary. His days of Summer League are done. I have been with TSR since his Green Wig days and maybe before. Were you with me Stuck in the 80s, Butterfly? Were you around for Stuck in the 80s? I can't remember. Because that would be officially the second channel I've had on YouTube. I had Whackbag Films / The Death Metal Reaction. Booyah for 3! That was from 2006 to 2018. Stuck in the 80s started in 19. Discovered the Entertainer Talking Sports. Did a live stream with him, and he said, I think you could do sports content. You'd be good at it. I was like, eventually I gave it a shot, and here we are. I turn around Jay by that guy for the Kings. Oh, it's the Grizzly Adams guy. Driving the paint, and Ward gets a bucket. 40-29. We haven't had a dunk yet for the Spurs. I made a new dunk highlight thing to play, and I haven't been able to play it yet tonight. 4 minutes to go. Kings up by 11. That's a miss. And Spurs ball. Exactly, Beantown. Exactly. That three's no good. It is Kings ball running the break. They almost turned the ball over. 40-29. Euro step in the paint. And I believe that's one of the Joneses with the layup. And we're going to have a timeout. 42-29. Is Wemby top 10 in the world right now? Yes, I was born in the 1800s. I see some people. All right, so we're going into commercial break. Yeah, somebody dunk it exactly, Veronica. You tell them. Get the chocolates out. So, I might do a video on it at some point. It wouldn't really fit with this channel, but maybe a TSR history. I had the independent film company with my friends, low-budget cheesy films, no-budget cheesy films from 2006 to 16. And we had 16 subscribers in a decade. So if you're ever wondering, how can you, not focus on the business end of this, is because I never did. It's always about, making content, making something, creating something, and having fun. So I noticed reaction videos were popular in 2016, and they're probably popular before that. And I was like, you know what? I said to my buddy Dan, what if we did a live reaction at Hooters to UFC, I don't remember which number it was. It was November of 2016, Conor McGregor versus Eddie Alvarez. So we live streamed from Hooters off their Wi-Fi, which was shaky as all heck. But it was like my first video to get over 5,000 views. I think it had 5,000 views, and I was like, holy moly! So we started reacting to the UFC and WWE. Not much WWE, but a little bit, because Goldberg came back, I think, that year in 16. And I noticed music reactions are popular too. And 6 Feet Under, a band a Guilty Desire, Guilty Pleasure, had a new album coming out in 17. So I started doing a couple reactions of that. Next thing I know, I was doing a bunch of music reactions, and the low budget films were getting phased out. And I was doing more reactions to the UFC, to wrestling, and a lot of metal reactions to lots of random metal bands. Cannibal Corpse was one of them. I don't know if they had a new album coming from them. We had a little notice, if you will. The singer from Hatebreed posted one of our videos, posted the video from Death Metal Reaction for Dee Snider's album that year. So that was cool. It's like, the Death Metal Reaction approves Dee Snider's new album. I think the producer for Jungle Rot wrote us and said, thanks for reviewing a new album. Or somebody at the record label back in, and we're going to have Timmy knocks the ball. I think he has a block shot for the Kings. I don't know who half these guys are. I'm sorry. So, and the channel was growing. It got up to 1,300 subscribers. Never got monetized because so many videos were copyright claimed. I just didn't monetize it. And the channel got so far from what it was supposed to be to what it became. I was like, I just didn't want to keep it up anymore. And a lot of the music I was covering was not in line with my religious views. So I called it a day. Did Stuck in the 80s for 3.5 months. And ended up TSR Sports, April 2019. Here we are. There you go. Actually, you don't have to make a video. I just told you everything. Luke Avdalovich at the line for 2 makes the first free throw. What's up, Cobra Prime? Over, under on Spurs, 70 points. Over, but not by much. Both free throws good. Hatebreed still touring? Timmy is playing. Wait, was this 3 free throws? Oh, my bad. 3 shots. First quarter good, second quarter they forgot how to play. Yes. I'm telling you, last game had the Germans shake their hands in disbelief. Yes, Wendy Gobert. For folks that say the Twin Towers can't work in this time frame, they are playing extremely well together, which begs the question, should the Spurs get another big on their roster? Another foul. All right, Pat. The Summer League has been rough so far to watch the Spurs. I still plan on calling every game. I hope we see Castle quite a few more games. Yankees lost. I know. It is Kings ball. 3 minutes to go. Pull up 3 is no good. Fight for the board, and finally the Spurs come down with it. Bouye will bring it up for San Antonio. Bouye kicks out. I think that's Milner with the ball. 12 on the shot clock. Back out to Bouye. Bouye calling for a screen. Gets the screen. 5 on the shot clock. Bouye's going to drive. The runner is off the rim. Off the rim. Rolls off. The tip-in's no good. Couldn't get just the tip. And it's Kings ball. Spurs down by 10. Zowney, I don't know why we don't have any Castle tonight. All right, Beantown. Good night to you, my friend. As we get a bucket for the Kings. 44-32. Ellis with the bucket. We are close to 24K for the moment. We are absolutely close. We'll hit it this week. And it's going to be cool. Fonzwich, he's not the only player, but the 4 guys I wanted to watch in Summer League. Stefan Castle, out tonight. City Sissoko, out tonight. Riley Minix, out for maybe all of Summer League. Turnover by the Kings. And the other one's Harrison Ingram. We have 2 Harrisons now. Harrison Ingram, I've only said his name once, maybe twice tonight. Rico, no. I couldn't tell you 5 Eminem songs. No, I don't think Markkanen's going to be a Spur now. Yes, absolutely, Beantown. Bouye drives in the paint, misses a layup. Wait, we should. Beantown Breakdown. We're going to be out in Boston. Me and Miss TSR sometime later this year for the Spartans. Going to be out in Fenway. Throwing that out there. Kings ball, and we have a whistle again. Come much of that does count. I appreciate everybody that's joined the channel. Whether you joined tonight, last night, 6 months ago, I think our Spurs, and I say our because it's I look at it as a community. I think we're the most consistent still to this day Spurs streamer. I actually don't think there's that many still. That may change as the Spurs get better sooner than later, but as far as over the last 5 years, I don't think anybody's streamed more games than we have for San Antonio. I'm proud of that. You know, we went through an 18-game losing streak, back-to-back 60-loss seasons, and we're still here. Still doing it. Went through a ton of blowouts. Kings ball, 1 on the shot clock, 4-3. At the buzzer, in and out burger, Spurs ball. Tyson Ward will bring it up for San Antonio. Gets a screen. Yeah, I haven't said Nathan Mensah's name at all. He's been playing, but he's just there. He's just there. Ward with the ball still, 6 on the shot clock. Throws it over to Bouye. Bouye's going to get fouled. Selena's looking fabulous as ever. There you go. Rico Suave, the last rap album I bought was And Then There Was X by DMX. That came out in like 1998. I haven't listened to rap, not modern rap. I mean, I after 1998, I know a handful of songs. I'm more of an 80s, early 90s rap guy. Like Run DMC in the 80s, Dre and Snoop in the 90s, DMX obviously. Let's go, Christopher Diaz. Jacob, it's late, and the game started 15 minutes late. The struggle's real. It was a 10 o'clock game that didn't start till 10:17, and and I have to work tomorrow at 7:30. So that's what it is. I'm sure plenty of you that have to get up early. We're here. Resign Don Mitchell. Okay. Nope. Nicholas Stefan Castle's up, but people are very interested in Stefan Castle. That's good. As he should be. As a 4th overall pick, big expectations are high. It's a turnover by the Spurs. They're saying the ball went off the Kings. It's going to be Kings ball up by 10. Shot clock is not off. There's about 1 second between it and the game clock. $10 to go. We're going to have I thought we were going to have open 3. This is one of the Jones for the Kings. I don't know which one. There's 3 of them. And a shot clock violation. They're saying it's halftime, but there was like a second in between the shot clock and game clock. Rico, I think he's going to be a good starter next year. I really like the way he just picked his spots yesterday and was able to just move. Seems like he's got a good basketball IQ. There's 0.8 on the clock. I mean, this 3-pointer at the buzzer, nope. I think that was Tyson Ward. So 44-34, Spurs down by 10. They looked good in the first quarter, but the second quarter, not so good. We'll put up the half. We'll pull up the halftime stats. All right, Isabel, good night and enjoy the game. Alele Spurs. Vamos, Espuelas, vamos. Go, Spurs, go. All right, let's look at the halftime stats. Looking for the halftime stats. Hopefully ESPN actually has them. Yesterday when I went to go to the stats, it said it was 0-0 on the board. I was like, well, 0-0 is not going to work. And their Summer League link, their Summer League link is finally working. When I was clicking on it yesterday, it would take me to like the WNBA. I'm like, that's not the same thing. All right, let's look at the Kings first. Timmy with 4, one of the Jones with 2, Ellis with 10, another Jones with 4, and another Jones with 8. Off the bench, Crawford 7, Lewell out something with 4, and Ellis with 5. They're only 8-man rotation? For the Spurs, we are going with a 11-man rotation. Ward with 8, 3 of 8 from the field, not shooting well. Ingram with 6 points. I didn't realize he scored 6. No rebounds. Harrison Ingram, what's going on? Why don't you have any boards, my man? Mensah with 2. The Bouye with 8. Only 2 of 8 from the field, though. And Adalovich with 3. 0 for 3 from the field for him. Off the bench, Radford with 0, Masalaski with 2, Nelson Jr. 5, and then we got Milner Jr., Green, and Horn, all donuts. The Spurs 11 of 37 tonight from the field. That is 30%. Actually, it's just below 30%. It's 29.7. They are 4 of 19 from the arc. That's 21%, and they're shooting 67 from the line. So we got shooting splits of 29, 21, and 66. We are shooting terrible. The Kings, on the other hand, are shooting 58% from the field. That's double what we're shooting, and about 38% from beyond the arc. They're 3 of 8. We're 4 of 19. They're taking 2-pointers and making them. We're taking 3-pointers and not making them. The outscored is 23-19 in the first quarter, 21-15 in the second. So actually, the second quarter wasn't as bad as we made it sound. That being said, we're down by 10, and we're down by 10. Let me pull the chat back up. We'll chat with the chat. Devin Carter's out, TG1. Injury. I didn't know what. I didn't know who anybody else was on the Summer League team for the Kings, so I put the one name that I recognized. No Stefan Castle, Falcon. I think France could win the whole thing, Momo. They could. All those names remind me of Office Space. Yeah. Yeah. Out for unknown reasons. Yep. Nobody knows why Castle's out. I don't think he's on an injury report. I don't think, actually, if I go to the injury report for the Spurs, it's going to... Do they put the Summer League guys on their injury report on ESPN? We'll take a look. Injuries. Oh, actually, okay. David Duke Jr. is listed from today. Duke will miss Sunday's Summer League game against the Kings due to an undisclosed minor injury. That's it. We have no official word why Castle's out, Sissoko's out. They're just out. Not gonna lie, my friends, getting a little tired. I wonder if the Spurs are looking for another big man after seeing how Wemby and Gobert are playing together. I said the same thing earlier in the stream. Let's not forget, the Mamu-Wemby connection was good at the end of last season, which probably helped contributing to the games Wemby played. Did we go 7-4 in his last 11 games? It's pretty darn good when you consider the team won 20 games out of 82 total, so they finished strong at the end of the season. I said I would like to see Alex Sarr and Wemby. Sarr, drafted by the Wizards. It is what it is. You're at the game. Nice. Castle and Sissoko are in street clothes. Yeah, they are. I wonder what it'd take to get Walker Kessler out of Utah. Why is Utah trading everybody? That's not a knock towards you, but teams interested in Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler. I haven't heard anything about Kessler coming to the Spurs at all. I think I saw a channel cover it, but I don't see any actual... I don't see any gravitas. There's so many Spurs rumors, and I like covering them, but I don't want to cover so many to the point where they're just nonsense. Like, the Brandon Ingram thing totally seemed like a nonsense rumor. I was like, this does not look like it's going to happen. It was actually just, I think, a few websites suggesting maybe we make a move for him, but that one seemed to have no gravitas to it. The marketing stuff does seem like it had some legit, hey, maybe this will happen. The Harrison Barnes thing, of course, is out of left field. Didn't see that coming. Four you might be right. You might be right. How do Spurs pick Summer League roster? I don't know. Jedi? Some of the guys are under contract. Some of the guys are on a two-way contract. I think they just grab players that they think might have potential of making the team somehow. Nobody knows why Castle didn't play. Hi, I'm Darius. I will say hi, I'm TSR Sports. Is getting a little tired. I don't want to say there's no chance for Lauri Markkanen. He's making $18 million this year. We would have to trade about $18 million in cap plus picks because we're not getting him 1-for-1. We're not trading Zach Collins for Lauri Markkanen. That's not happening. But that'd be a lot of draft capital. A few Jazz fans have commented on the channel. They think he's re-signing and not going anywhere. Spur of the moment, it's tough with rumors because I would like covering trade scenarios, trade possibilities, but I want to make sure that we cover those that there's some semblance of a chance of it happening. Most points from each team, Anthony. I think it was Bouye for the Spurs and Ellis for the Kings. I don't have it up anymore, but I think I might be able to see it right here. Whoops. Bouye has 8. Ward has 8 for the Spurs. Ellis has 10 for the Kings. So, yeah, there you go. Looks like I was right. Yay me. Castle not playing, so you won't pick up bad habits on a bad team. Yeah, Angel's going to want a million draft picks for Markkanen. No. Don't see it happening. The Spurs are the most famous team in France? I'm sure they are now. I mean, was Wemby being on there? Absolutely. I don't think Coyotes booped you guys yet tonight. Boop. This current Spurs roster is giving me 2021 Suns vibes, where out of nowhere the Suns went from lottery to playoffs with the addition of CP3 and a veteran wing in Jay Crowder. Get to the Crowder! Or Jai Crowder. Maybe. Alexis Go Spurs Go. Let me do a little Go Spurs Go for you. Wemby at least played in 2 Summer League games. I'm hoping Castle's not shut down after 1. All right, Cobra Prime, next year for first-round picks, we have our own pick. We have the Hawks' unprotected pick. We have the Chicago Bulls' top 10 protected, and without DeMar DeRozan, one would expect the team gets worse, but you never know. And then we have the Charlotte Hornets' first-round pick, which is lottery protected. The Hornets are probably going to be a lottery team again, barring a miracle. That's finally going to convey into 2 second-round picks next year, I think. Or the following draft. Now, Ingram's not looked great so far. Not great tonight and not looked good yesterday. I feel like Steven Adams would be a perfect fit next to Wemby. Didn't he have a season-ending injury last year? I feel like he missed a lot of time. Tony Parker being a Spur. Actually, that's right. Come on. Yes, so you got Tony Parker, former Spur. You got Wemby, current Spur. Sidi Sissoko is a French player. We should have had Tijon Saloon, but the Hornets screwed us with the 6th overall picks. I sincerely think the Spurs were going to draft him 8th overall. I really do. Didn't happen. By the way, Ellis is the guy with great hair for the Kings. I said he had great hair earlier. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Meant to start the clock. 44-34. And I got to say, if the Spurs are getting blown out early in the 4th quarter, I might have to call it a night. I'm exhausted. I'm actually really tired. I was up early today. But I'll stay around as long as I can. And hopefully the Spurs show us something. Turnover Kings, it is Spurs ball. And I got to change this quarter to quarter 3. I just caught it. My bad. Coyote didn't want to do a boop because it's boring. It's been rough. We have 34 points. We might not make it to 70. The Bouye with the ball right now. Pass it out to Harrison Ingram. Harrison Ingram to the paint. An ugly looking layup. What the heck kind of shot was that? In traffic, he throws up. Oh boy, that's not what we needed. That 3-pointer is no good. Ingram with the rebound. I think that's nope. He loses the ball. And now a foul on the Spurs. All right, Borstein. I didn't realize that. Plus, our front office has been prospecting over that. Yes, they have. Switchblade, I think it's going to be a good pickup. Whew, I'm tired. Ugh. I do think Stephon Castle coming off the bench, yes. Cover Prime, Stephon Castle didn't even play tonight. Did not play. Forget starting. He did not play, which I am very disappointed about. I don't think there's been a dunk in this game all night on either team. That is nuts. I made a new Thunder Dunk of Justice video, but I don't want to play it without an actual Spurs dunk. Sly Fox, he's looking a little beat but complete. Yes, it will, Switchblade. He's going to learn a lot from Chris Paul. That's going to be a great mentorship. Ingram with the ball right now. Passes it out to Mensah. Mensah over to the Bouye. Bouye with 6 on the shot clock. Refs it over to Ingram. Ingram will start to drive. Gets into the paint. Pull up Jay. Air ball. My clock's not running. Have we scored this quarter? I don't think we've scored yet. I feel like I'm watching the Spurs of last season when Wemby was not on the floor. Because when he was not on the floor, this Spurs team was awful. And that's what I'm watching right now. We didn't give up anything, Marauders. We just took on the contract. That was it. We didn't give up anything. We just took on the contract. And I'm sorry if I was not clear on that in the video for the channel. It was a 3-team deal. We took on his contract. Bouye misses the layup. Gets fouled. Going to the line. 2 shots. Also, I think the Spurs might re-up CP3 by the trade deadline. You think so? Bernardo, I do not gamble, so I can't say who to bet on. Not my thing. I do not endorse gambling. Definitely don't want to promote it and encourage it. Bouye with the late foul gift. You weren't kidding. He makes first free throw. 45-35. Jamari Bouye. Second free throw. Good. All we need is Champagny for 3. He missed it, and it's a regular season game. Yep. You aren't kidding. Or is that Collins for 3? Nope. I think I actually started doing that at the end of the season. Champagny for 3? Nope. Spurs ball off the miss. We cut the lead to 9 as both teams' offense is looking shaky, to say the least. That pull-up 3 is no good by Abdalovich. And the fault by Ingram is no good. Spurs down by 9, 7:40-something to go in the third quarter. That dude stepped out of bounds. There it is. There's a turnover. Spurs ball. Good grief. 45-36. Bouye with the ball. Bouye out to Ingram. Ingram's going to take a long 3. Swish! Kill the fish. 6-point game. I think we'll contend for the play-in. I don't know if we'll make it, Camacho, but we'll contend for it. It is Kings ball, only up by 6. They had it in double digits. The Spurs are slowly fighting their way back. Well, there's a layup and 1. So as soon as I say that, that happens. By 11, he's going to be something special sooner than later. And because of him next season, the Spurs won't totally suck. Free throw coming up, 47-39. 7 minutes and 4 seconds to go in the third quarter. Free throw is no good. The Kings are not shooting their free throws well tonight. I think they're like 5 of 9. I do work tomorrow. I work at 7:30 and I get up early so I can shoot a video for the channel. So I'll actually be up at 6:30. Ingram for 3 again. Nope. See, not only do I work, I actually get up early because of the new promotion. I don't have time to really do the videos on my break, so I have to get it. I shoot the video on my break, but I have to get. Yeah, I have work to do before I shoot it, so I'm getting up early now for the channel. So it's making the work day a little bit longer. But hey, working hard here. Kings ball up by 8, corner 3, swish. Kings have gotten to 50. Where's Wood? Would benefit? It could benefit Zach Collins, Switchblade, if they share a court together. Ward's going to drive. Ward's going to get fouled. Ward's going to go to line for 2. I'm a huge Collins hater. I try not to, but he may. He's probably near the top of the list if, you know, Spurs fans had their way. Who would come off the roster first? He's up there. I think the 3 that are up there are him, Kelvin, and Malachi, more than likely. Free throw is good. 50-40. I'm pushing my light away a little bit. By the way, I haven't said this in a while. If you haven't hit the thumbs up and you've been hanging out, please do so. If you can't see the thumbs up on your screen, it might be because the live chat is blocking it. Minimize the live chat temporarily. Hit the thumbs up. It'll turn blue. Bring the chat back, and everybody will be happy. Me and you. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! It is King's ball. Pull up in the paint. No good. Jamari Bouye with the rebound. Bouye's been actually rebounding pretty well tonight, especially for a smaller dude. Quick three down the other end. In and out for Avdalovic. Kings on the run and a huge collision, and we're going to have another foul. This game is making me sleepy too. I think Barnes and Collins' contracts combined are the building blocks to a future big trade. Between the two of them, they're making $35 million. And then some. It is a loaded draft next year. I just don't think we're going to be that bad. I really don't. Not with Wemby out there. Seems to be some confusion on the floor right now. Bouye's got a long way to go. I wish him luck, but Alright, we're going to at least make it through this third quarter. Come on. We can stay awake, guys. We can do this. Commercial break. That's not going to help me stay awake. I appreciate you guys hanging out late, though, tonight. It's really late for a lot of you. I know I'm exhausted. The struggle's real on my end. But I'm doing my best to try to stay awake, stay entertaining. And if you ain't down with that, 2 words for you. Suck it! Blake might not be in the Spurs' long-term plans anymore. I really question what are the plans of Blake Wesley and Malachi Branham. Do the Spurs see them as long-term options, or are they like, you know what? 1 more year and then that's it. 8:22. You're on the West Coast, Don Rico. 11:22 where I am, and I'm starting to feel it. I'm definitely feeling it. Not gonna lie. These games are so low scoring as well, which is not helping the situation. Oh gosh, Camacho, good luck with your leg, man. Speedy recovery. All the best. All right, I'm gonna have Grogu just call the game for a bit here. Oy. And he's gonna sit here and he'll just point. Blake and Malachi are the ones that will get traded to a rebuilding team for a good role player. Possible. Very possible. Coyote's had enough. He's going to bed. All right, buddy. Welcome. Domantas Sabonis, Lithuania lose to Puerto Rico. Keegan Murray named to 2024 USA Men's Select Team. Trey Lyles looking to make Canada's Olympic basketball roster. Trey Lyles, former San Antonio Spur, and I don't know where he's right now, but he played for the Kings. I don't know which team he's with. He's bounced around quite a bit. Bouye with the ball for the Spurs. Bouye with the step back three. Boink, boink, no good. And Kings grab the rebound. You get a headband, and you get a headband. He likes his headband. Yeah. Look at my headband. You get a headband. You get a headband. You get a headband. You get a headband. 3-pointer for the Kings. I think it was one of the Jones. 600 on -5. All right, Alan. I don't. Well, my eyes are tired. I don't know what that was. I'm not a gambler myself. I do like the song "The Gambler" by Kenny Rogers. Another foul. Oh my God. I would trade Blake and Malachi to Portland for Simmons to add. Well, Anthony Simons would be an upgrade on both. Yes. Donald says, greetings from San Antonio, the 210. I'm glad we got the mic set so I can yell again and not blow everything out. Tyson Ward at the line. 2 shots! Wake my neighbors up. First free throw is good. Come on, Spurs. Come on, Schwartz. If you only knew the power of the dark side. Second free throw is no good because free throws are just not in anybody's repertoire tonight. Another foul for the love of me getting to bed at a reasonable time. Jorge, what'd you miss? Lots of bricks, some air balls, no Stephon Castle, not much. Bronny or Thanasis, who wins? In like a fist fight? Isn't Thanasis bigger? Throwing that out there, the bigger dude? Kings ball. 53-42, drives the... Ooh, beautiful drive and a monster dunk. I don't know who that was for the Kings. We've yet to see a dunk by the Spurs. Quick three down the other end, no good. I think that was Tyler Ward who just launched that three. Who was that for the Kings? Number 17, I can't see his name. It was a beautiful move. Jones. Of course it's one of the Jones. They have two Ellises. What the hell? They have two Ellises and three Jones on their Summer League roster. Jeez. We have one Bouye. Spurs ball. Pull up Jay. Good. That was Horn for pull up. Horn with the pull up. I wouldn't be opposed to that. How many a-holes we got on this ship right now anyways? Yo! I knew I'm surrounded by a-holes. Keep firing a-holes. San Antonio, Tony living in Washington State. San Antonio Spurs fan living on the East Coast. Grew up in Massachusetts, then Virginia, now Connecticut. I've been a Spurs fan for 34 years now. Bouye, the Summer League GOAT, right? Our pull-up three is good. Who dat? Is that Darren Green? Lead cut to 11. Almost a turnover down the other end, but Kings get the ball back, put it in, and we have another timeout. No Castle tonight, Eminem. Don't know why. And I don't know why. I don't know why anymore. Oh, no. Castle's not playing. He's sitting on the bench. I don't know why. I don't know. If you know what song that was, then if you got it by the cadence, props to you. Camacho, Connecticut, Mass. Born in Mass, raised in Mass, lived in Virginia, back to Northeast for Connecticut. I have not seen House of the Dragon, Mr. Z. I do have Max. So far, I've watched the first 4 episodes of Peacemaker. Loving John Cena, I think, is doing a great job. I'm liking the show so far. Watch Godzilla, Kong, the new something, the new battle, The first half of the movie, me and TSR thought was terrible. At least the second half was watchable and had some entertaining moments. Blake Malachi and Bassey, first-round pick, along with 4 second-round picks for Anthony Simons. New Empire. Thank you, Dave. Castle's not playing tonight, Matthew. You looked good last night. A lot of people asking about Stephon Castle, though. I'm glad the interest in him is high. As it should be if you're a Spurs fan. I added The Last of Us to my queue. Has anybody watched that? I think I heard it's horror. Is it good? Because I only have Max for 1 month. I signed up just for the New York Giants, Hard Knocks. I think it's only 5 episodes. That's really all I care about. While I have Max, though, I will watch other programming. And Peacemaker's on the list. Dune 1 and 2 are. The Last of Us is on the list. Devin Carter's out tonight. I only put him on the thumbnail because he's the only player I know on the Summer League roster for the Kings. I don't know anybody else. I don't even know these a-holes. Spurs and hell, I'm going to see if this feature of man's. Chris, what in the world are you promoting for manscaping? Kings ball, fast break, and a dunk on the loose ball. Last of Us is zombie-ish. Okay. Pedro Pascal is the Mandalorian, correct? Mr. Z, the last season of Game of Thrones kind of turned me off of anything related to Game of Thrones. I only have Max for a month. House of Dragon is, 2 seasons? I don't know if I have time to commit to that. Last of Us was good. Last of Us was great. Okay. I'll keep it in my queue. I'm halfway done with The Peacemaker. I'll finish that this week. I'll have Max for 2 more weeks. 2.5 weeks. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter for our Spurs, down by 15. That 3 is no good. Spurs ball. 2-2-2 to go. Drive, and I think that may have been a dunk attempt by Jameer Nelson. Spurs still have the ball. He's got the ball again. Little jumper is off the rim, no good. Kings ball. Come on, feel the noise. Yes, Lil Mac. Yes. Yeah, there you go, Rico Suave. Hey, Rich, you think the Spurs are going to make any more moves this summer, or is Harrison Barnes the last move we make? My prediction... Let's put the mic up here. Just mess around since we're getting blown out again. I gotta stop my clock. My clock's running. My prediction... pain. What I really think is going to happen with the San Antonio Spurs is Chris Paul and Harrison Barnes are going to mentor our young guys. And then right before the All-Star break, the Spurs are going to trade them both for more future assets. Win-win for the Spurs. They have the vets mentor their young rooks, and then they get more trade capital. Man, the Spurs can't shoot free throws to save their lives tonight. First free throw is no good. House of Dragon is real good, better than the last season of Game of Thrones. Well, taking a dump is better than the last season of Game of Thrones. Let's be honest. Seth Miller Jr. at the line for one more. Yeah, look, I don't think we're going to see any moves before the season starts, but I think we're going to do something before the All-Star break. That's my prediction. That's my prediction. It could be time. Missed them. Oh. What a night. I know it's just Summer League. To see our guys get decimated last night, and we're on that fringe, teetering back and forth, that seesaw of getting blown out tonight. After Summer League, it's going to be a long off season. Good thing we got the Olympics. Well, actually, Bruin, I'm also, for this channel, after Summer League, there'll be no more live streaming until October, until the preseason. So we'll be off for 2 months. Over 2 months. Well, I guess it's a little over 2.5 months, roughly. But content will stay consistent throughout the summer. Will probably be the odd Spurs video here and there, news-wise. Going to follow what Wemmy's doing in the Olympics, obviously. And we'll probably add some reactions to the channel. And I've got the Hard Knocks Giants content. And Giants preseason. So the Spurs content will be lighter, but I'm a Giants fan. I'll definitely be covering that. Anything happens with the Cowboys, I got to troll them. Fans, at least. Don't have to. I'm choosing to. What do you know? Another missed 3 for the Spurs. Why do I almost enjoy the pain of watching us lose and suck ASS? I don't enjoy it. I like hanging out with you guys, but man, this is down by 16, and we could be down by 20. Bet money on the Spurs. Oh, Soldier Warrior. We got 2 more free throws coming up for San Antonio. Let's not even talk about Wemby and the IN jury word in the Olympics. Please not. Don't even want to think that. Don't. 2 free throws for the Spurs. Who the hell is this? It's Radford, I think. Is it Radford? Yeah, Radford's at the line. I don't know. Think about this dude. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much from our Summer League roster when I only recognized 3 names. Really? Only 3? You sure? You know Stephon Castle, Sidney Sissoko, Raekwon Gray, and David Duke Jr. played for the team last year. You don't remember them in the last few weeks of the season? That's at least 4. Falcon Lord, I don't think I'm going to be able to stream the Olympics because the games are generally while I'm at work. I work till 4 o'clock Eastern, so if they're playing their games at 8 France time over there, it's 2 o'clock where I am. I can't. No, Rico Suave. I think our days of getting blown out are just about over. Could be the random game here and there. 4 pause, anything's possible. It won't surprise me if we lose to China. Yes, it's right, Phil. We're playing China Tuesday night. We should have the height at least. I'm keeping up with Hurricane Burl coming to Texas. Oh, boy. Hopefully not. Missed second free throw, but the Spurs get the ball back. Can we get a dunk already, San Antonio, so I can play my video? We're going to come back in the fourth. All right, soldier. I have no... Scary Terry's not playing. No Stephon Castle tonight. You have another jump ball? Jeez. I'm sorry, you get close to midnight where I am. The Hornets just blew out China. Okay, so maybe we can blow them out, too. Spurs win the jump ball, down 15. Whoops. And almost a turnover. Spurs get the ball back. Horn with the ball. Horn's going to launch a 3. Front rim, no good. And the shot clock is... Oh, it's a turnover by the... Spurs get the ball right back. Turnover by the King. 64-49. Oh, not switch to an ad creator. Oh, yeah, well, yes. When the content creator switches to a sponsorship. Yes, drives me crazy. I'm sure I was talking about that. We have a drive and a miss by Seth Milner going to the line for 2, and we have a second left on the game clock. Juan News is getting valuable minutes in Europe. Yes, he is. Was Rico Suave at 100 mile per hour winds? Shoot. Was Rico Suave 80s or early 90s? Let me know if you know this one. Taco Grande. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. We got a great community. I really like this. I mean, I'm in Connecticut. The people I talk Spurs with are you guys. And the Spurs have gotten to David Robinson's number. All right, Lomac. Hopefully Castle plays Tuesday night. Early 90s. Okay. Rico Suave. Second free throw is good. 13-point game. Spurs just hanging around. And a full court shot is going to do it. Fourth quarter on the way. Can old TSR make it to the end of the game and stay awake? Struggle's real, but I'll do my best. Might not do end of game stats though. It's going to be very late. Phil says, the Biscuit Buddy, I don't mind content creators getting sponsors, but I don't need 3 to 4 minutes of every video to be plugging the sponsor. There you go. I don't need to see your sponsor in every single video. I don't need you plugging them every 3 to 4 minutes. Yes, if you're doing a 10-minute video and 3 to 4 minutes of it as a sponsor, that ratio is certainly wrong. CP33. So... Brilliant. I'll touch on that real quick. So, a lot of people ask, will I work with a Spurs content creator again? I got burned by a channel that no longer exists. Well, it still exists, but under a different name. About 2 years ago, I worked with the channel, and we were doing, it was a lot, I was jumping on some live, post-game live streams. And I was, doing that with them, and I was also on the website, as a contributor. Okay, cool. And the channel owner said, "Hey, we're putting the live streams on hiatus because of whatever's going on in their life, whatever." I said, "Okay, just reach out to me when you're ready to start them up." About a month later, I hadn't heard anything. I go to the website and I see I'm removed from it. I was like, "Oh, I'm not part of this community anymore." thanks for telling me. And that's where I kind of stepped away and stopped working with other channels. I haven't worked with many. I mean, I think I only worked with 2 other Spurs channels: SSPN, Plan the Spurs Fan. I think that's it. But really, a few years ago, that was pretty much it for Spurs channels. DC Tree Nation was also he's one of the old school ones. There's a million Spurs content creators now, but a few years ago, there was a handful of us. I'm not saying I would never work with anybody again, but I did work with Larry Dixon from the Dixon Way. Really nice dude. He's an Atlanta Hawks fan. We talked about potential trades with the Hawks and Spurs. Nothing, of course, ended up coming up from that. So I did do a collaboration with him. Obviously, for this channel, there's been recent collaborations with my girlfriend. She has joined the channel. She's not going to be here all the time. She was here for the NBA draft, and she was here for last night's Spurs game with Stefan Castle's debut. So she'll be here probably usually one game a weekend. She won't be here this coming weekend. She's running a Spartan race, or Spartan races, so she's going to be busy. But that's, I consider that a collaboration. I also collaborate with Baby Coyote, Ted Van Grogu, and Mikey. And my most important collaboration is you guys. Your comments is, that's one of the things that keeps me going and doing this and putting in the time is I love your feedback. What your thoughts are and what would you give up to Lauri Markkanen? And it's great to see the community. Some people are willing to give up this, some nothing, but I really enjoy everybody's takes, whether I agree or disagree, on the direction of the franchise. Open 3 for the Kings. Rim, nope. I think I'm one of the OGs. I guess I'm an OG now. We started covering the Spurs in 2019, so yeah, 5 years. That would be OG now too. Over 5 years ago. CP's not changing his name. I think Keldon Johnson's going to give up number 3, which sucks for me because I have 2 Keldon jerseys. Sucks for any Keldon Johnson fan. So the numbers, it's going to say Johnson 3, and it's not going to be the right player. So I guess I could just take Paul and write it on a piece of paper and stick it on my back. Layup for the Kings, 66-51. Could ask for about, yep. I did do some videos when I was out in Texas, Biscuit Buddy, so next time I do a Spurs game, I plan on shooting some videos. I should try to shoot some videos of me and Miss TSR doing Spartan stuff. I had to miss the Spartan in New York a couple weeks ago because of a tear in my triceps. That is healing pretty well. It doesn't look like I'll need surgery, so thank goodness. But I won't be able to do everything in the Spartan, like climbing ropes, hanging from the monkey bars. That is 100% out, but I'm doing pretty good. Nice, Chris. Thank you, Vixo Timmer. Appreciate it. Yeah, 2 Kelvins. 2. Camacho, the scoreboard's not looking good for us to make 70. What do we have, 34 at the half? So 17 in 11.5 minutes of play? Yeah, it looks like we might just fall under it. Geo77, our shooting was terrible last night. Our shooting is terrible tonight, too. Keldon has worn so many jerseys growing up. 0, 3, 4, 5, 10, 12, 23, 24, and 40. Wow, has he had that many numbers? Wait, are you guys getting the bad weather tonight, Phil? Is South Texas getting hit with a hurricane? Then yes, definitely thoughts and prayers out to everybody in Texas. Be safe. To everybody in the 210 and everywhere around it. Yeah, good luck and grab shelter. Don't be outside during this. Don't be a hero. Thank you, Falcon. It's I got hit with a double whammy, and I like being active. When I'm not active, I think it throws my whole mentality off. I had the tricep tear. I think it was actually June 19th-ish. It was the day before summer. I think it was June 19th. And then Monday, that just passed, I was out running, and at the end of my run, huge dunk attempt, but no good by Nathan Mensah. That would have been our first Spurs dunk tonight. I rolled my ankle bad to the point where I had to stop running and sat down. It was really, really hurt. I couldn't really walk last Monday. I've lucked out. There's still some pain in one part of my foot, probably where it rolled, but my ankle actually feels pretty good. I don't know if I'm ready to run again. I did spike a little bit today. So that doesn't seem serious, but getting hit with 2 injuries, it really knocked me for a loop last week. Hurricane, yeah. Keith, good evening to you. Hurricane Burrow hitting Texas coast tomorrow. Randy's going to dodge a 2-0. Okay. 1 free throw is good by Mensa. I can't believe we haven't a dunk yet by the Spurs. Yeah, I forgot. Is it Trevino Muhammad? What's the Spurs name? Coach Trevino? Something like that. Last night was his NBA coaching debut. Had the port of his house. Dang. Oh, is it? It is hitting right now, Donald? I lucked out on the East Coast where I live. I haven't really experienced a full-on hurricane or tornado. They've had a few here. They had a really bad tornado in New England about a decade ago. Maybe a little more than that, but I was living in Virginia at the time, so I totally dodged that one. Kings ball, pull up J in the paint is swish. 68-52. Bouye with the ball for the Spurs. Bouye is going to take off into the paint. Throws it out. Corner 3 is... That must have been blocked. Avdalovic's shot did not go anywhere. I think that was blocked by somebody on the Kings. And now a turnover by Sacramento. Spurs on the run. 7.5 minutes to go, down by 16. Harrison Ingram with the ball. Finds a wide open Johan Masalowski for the dunk. And here we go. Finally, a Thunder dunk of justice.
Thunder dunk of justice.
Was that okay? Was that good? Trying to do some different stuff, my friends. Sissoko's out today, Omar. Stefan Castle and City Sissoko did not play. That pull-up J, I think that was Ingram with a pull-up J. Yes, Thundercats, Andy, yes. I want to change things up. I was in the shower yesterday, and for whatever reason, all of a sudden in my head, I was thinking Thunder. I started thinking Thundercats. I'm like, why don't I do that with the Thunder Dunk of Justice? So I ran it across Ms. TSR. She's like, that's a great idea. So I made the video today. Can we win anything? Not really in Summer League. Spur of the moment, thank you. I was very happy how it came out. Jedi, good evening to you. Legend, a tired legend. I'm exhausted. It's just under midnight where I am. The Spurs are losing by double digits again. No Stefan Castle tonight. But man, good things are happening for our Spurs soon. Jedi, you've been with me since the start. You were there when I was stuck in the 80s. You were last Jedi at the time. And the Spurs have only been a losing team since this channel's inception. But I truly think things are going to be... I mean, Spurs content's at an all-time high for YouTube. This channel itself, I think we had 3 videos get 20,000 or more views in the last couple of weeks, which is rare for us. Can't get those big ones. I see like channels I've never heard of keep getting those 50, 60, 70,000. We can't get that mark. Maybe one day, but I'm very happy with how we're doing. And most importantly, having fun and very excited about where our Spurs are going. Hard foul by the Spurs, and is that one of the Joneses? That's one of the Joneses. No, it's Ellis. It's Ellis. My bad. That's the Ellis without the great hair. So, if you didn't know, the Kings have 3 Joneses on their Summer League roster who started, and 2 Ellises. It's very confusing. The Wemby block of disrespect. James, I'm not crazy about it per se. But what I do like is everything I read about, he's a consummate professional. He's a good character guy. That's somebody that's good on our team. It's another vet we needed vets on the team last year and had, was McDermott the only vet? Then we traded him. Now we got CP3 to mentor the guards. We got Harrison Barnes to mentor the forwards. Wemby at this point really doesn't need a center to mentor him. Okay, what am I talking? Wemby's got Tim Duncan and David Robinson. So our team is locked and loaded with mentors right now. That's a miss in the paint and another whistle. I missed a free throw by the Kings. My apologies. This might be the boringest summer league game in Spurs history. J-Mo, last night was rough too. No, Camacho, there can't only be one. There's 3 freaking Joneses. There's 2 of them right there on the court right now. I'm very excited for our future, and yeah, it feels like it was only a year ago when I first met you all out, missing the good old days. Oh man, I mean, Jed, if we go back to like 2019, those are the days of Chris Senor. I don't know if he's still on YouTube anymore. Scott Zilla, you. Trying to remember some of the OGs. The chat OGs. That might be it's all I'm thinking of off the top of my head. Oh, shot and won by one of the Joneses for the Kings. How'd you just say Jones or Ellis scored for the Kings? And I have like at least a 50% chance of being right. And Champagnie and Bassey become free agents. Champagnie's under contract for 3 more years. But I think they can get rid of either. I was checking out, I think, Spurs Talk. And yeah, Spurs Talk or Pounding the Rock are one of those. The expectation, probably because we're, I think, a little over the cap with taking Barnes' contract and signing CP3. I believe we had $26 million a cap. We're now at $29. It's expected we'll not sign a player or release a player that's making around that $3 million mark. $3 million is what Champagnie, Bassey, and Mamu would all be making next season. Out of those 3, it seems like Bassey would be the clear-cut answer to be released. Back-to-back season-ending injuries on the same knee. I feel bad for the guy, but it is what it is. His body's just not holding up. Tyson Ward with the ball has not really met too many shots he doesn't like tonight. Drives in the paint, gets blocked on the reverse layup by the rim, maybe? Still Spurs ball. I wish we were winning, but at least we have Spurs basketball back on TV. Yes, the Biscuit Buddy, and it's great to be back with you guys. And Miss TSR's with us now. Not tonight. We got Selena back, but it's nice to have somebody to watch the games with and, interact with you all. And I think, you could tell she's genuinely, very, very much invested in Stefan Castle's performance. Shot clock violation for the Spurs. She enjoys watching Wemby. She likes Devin Vassell's pineapple hair, so she'll be rooting for the Spurs this season. Chris Paul, I think 9 sounds about right. I think he's going to have a high assist number in a relatively low amount of minutes. I don't see him playing more than 25 minutes a game, but I think 8 to 9 assists is very possible. He's going to feed Wemby. Kings ball, pull-up jumper by Grizzly Adams is no good. Ingram loses the rebound out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs ball. Number 15 for who? For the Spurs, that's Jamari Bouye. He's only like 24 or 25. He just looks 34 or 35. Seniors in college. Okay. Studying his football career. Yeah, isn't he going to like sports management? Was that his thing? Under 5 minutes to go. Spurs down by 20. Not Luka Samanic with the ball for the Spurs, number 19. Get to the Jameer Nelson. Nelson will throw the ball to the Bouye. And we'll now have a corner 3. Oh, my God. Tyson Ward sucks. I'm sorry. I try not to be mean, but, man, this guy's shooting like garbage. Took a 3 and it hit the side of the backboard. He's had a couple of shots tonight that just look like ASS. Ethan, good evening to you. It is going to what? It's been a hot minute. How are you? Yes, a lot of people are going to benefit from Paul's passing. I agree. 77-57. Did we get to 100 thumbs up yet? I have no idea where we're at. Did we? Did you guys help my brother out?
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go!
Yeah, I mean, Judd, it's been years and years since I talked to him. This Summer League squad, M-Easy, is not the best. The Opinion Sports Show, what's going on? Some of these guys don't look like they can play overseas. Some of these guys don't look like they can play against me in my driveway. Okay, that might be an extreme. Nowadays, I get that. Ethan, I don't know how I've stayed this active on here. Busy myself. obviously got the job. Just had a promotion at work, so that's keeping me very busy at work. Been in a relationship with my girlfriend for over a year, who's joined TSR Sports recently as an on-camera presence. Plus all my hobbies, comic books, Magic the Gathering, working out, video games. I have too many hobbies. Following the Kings. Keeps me busy, though. I mean, the days go by quick. Thank you. Were the Scouts drunk? Maybe. Maybe. This Summer League team is... Okay, let's take tonight. Last night was awful. For whatever reason, we sucked. We are missing 4 guys that were supposed to be key contributors in the Summer League for us. Stefan Castle's out tonight. We are without City Sissoko, who did not look good at all. Horn at the line for 2 for the Spurs. 2 shots. First one's good. Raekwon Gray, who looked pretty good at the end of the season for the Spurs, and David Duke Jr., who played decent, were expected to be contributors for this Summer League team, and they're all out tonight. No Castle, James. No Castle. I'm not totally sold on Vassell yet. At times he shows us like glimpses of greatness that make you go, damn. But you know, I saw an interesting stat on the Facebooks, the old internets. Bucket, 8158. Franz Wagner just signed what? 4 years, $160 million. He got paid a ton of money. And statistically speaking, him and Vassell are pretty neck and neck in a lot of categories. And the Spurs got Vassell for $30 million a year, so take that for what you will. Jameer Nelson won another miss. Asia, good evening to you. You are up late yourself, Asia. Sissoko is coming off a scope, Ethan, yes. Easy, yes. Ethan, I don't think the Knicks are winning a championship. I think they're going to be one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference with the moves they made. But I'm of the mentality that until the defending champs are knocked off their throne, then they should be the favorites to be at least the Eastern Conference champions again. I mean, the Celtics have been dominant the last few years in the Eastern Conference. They're bringing back the same guys. They're all relatively young, except for ancient Al Horford. I think the Celtics are still going to be the team to beat. Spurs ball after the miss, and in the paint, and another foul and 2 more free throws for Yahun Masaliski. Yes, Selena is back. No Miss TSR tonight. She is asleep for sure right now. I'm still up with 3 minutes to go. All right, Ethan. We'll see, man. Hey, I wish you well. I have no love for Boston teams, that's for sure, as a Yankees fan. That's not true. Boston is always number 1 in my heart. Actually, the Celtics can do this. They can...
Sucker!
No, James, this is the Sacramento Summer League. This isn't part of the win-loss record for the Vegas Summer League. I think the Celtics are going to be good again. Their payroll is astronomical right now. The money they're paying Brown and Tatum, what are they paying? Almost $100 million between the two? And then they just signed Derek White for 4 years. Did they give him, what, $30 million a year? How are they... How are they just paying $1 bajillion in luxury tax? Nice move by Jameer Nelson, but blows the layup. I almost want to pull up the final stats. I'm probably not going to go over all the stats because there's like 20 players to go over. But I want to take a look at some of the bad shooting on our team before I go to bed. Specifically, Tyson Ward and Jameer Nelson and the overall shooting percentage for the Spurs. Kings turnover, Spurs ball, a little over 2 minutes to go. 81-59. We have a drive in the paint. A lot of contact and another missed layup by Tyson Ward. $120 million for Tatum and Brown combined for next season. Mars, good evening to you. The Knicks make the finals. James Dolan's band can play the half this time. I'm tired. Oh my God. Sixers didn't improve. True. Wait, can you count Joel Embiid playing a full season? No. 35-40 wins, Muhammad, was my prediction. Let's not forget, you needed a minimum of, I think, 46 wins to make the play-in last year in the stacked Western Conference. 40 wins would have got you like 12th place. So I think 35-40 wins is reasonable in a very difficult conference. That's a huge jump up from last year. They pay the tax, I figured. They're they're owed millions and millions of dollars the Celtics roster. It's so ridiculous the amount of money they're pumping out. I'm happy for Derek White. Spur of the moment. Happy he got the extension. I didn't think he was going to get paid that much. But our former guy's getting paid, and good for him. Good for you, good for him. Forget about it. Good for us. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm tired. Everyone else wanted Vassell, including Utah? Really? Was there a big market for Devin before we re-signed him? Honestly, I don't remember that. All right, for those that have stayed late, it's time for a midnight epic boop. Boop. Vassell, he had that game last year where he scored like 23 points in the third quarter. I think he was 9 of 9 shooting. He was perfect. I think he was perfect on free. He was perfect at everything for shooting. And it's moments like that make you go, if he could get a little more consistency to his shooting, maybe a little better defense, he could be a stud for us. I don't know if he's going to be the long-term second option on this team. He's still young. He's what, going to be 23 or 24 next season? Probably 24. That's a miss. Spurs ball under 2 minutes to go. I don't think Vassell has a descending contract. It's Keldon Johnson that does. I think Vassell's ascends, Keldon's descends. It actually gets cheaper over the life of it. Driving the paint, and Jameer Nelson's blocked. Fast break layup down the other end. We are not getting to 70. We might not get to 60. Yes, I think Keldon's still coming off the bench. Opinion Sports Show. That pull-up three by Milner is got a lot of arc on it. No good. Mensah with the rebound for the Spurs. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Turnover San Antonio. We got Rico Suave in the chat earlier. Now we got Rico Suave. Kings ball up by two. Back-to-back blowouts in the Summer League. All part of the master plan, Spurs fans. All part of the master plan. I'm impersonating a former MMA fighter, by the way. You know what is cool? If you don't, maybe somebody's got to know who that was. Another turnover by the Spurs. You kidding me? Fast break layup. Can we get to 60 points? 60 is now the goal. Drive, layup. No good. Nope, we're not going to get to 60. You got to be freaking kidding me. Ethan, Spaceballs and Jaws are up there for favorites. We did not even get to 60 points. Barlow's not going to be at the Spurs anymore, James. They didn't put an offer out. I think he's going to go somewhere else. We didn't get to 60. That is embarrassing. I think we had 34 at the half. 25 points in the second half. Is that right? Wow, we suck. This is awful. I know it's just Summer League, but seriously, 59 points? 59? That's the best the Spurs could do. If you are heading out, please hit the thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Working hard here for y'all. Let's take a look at the final stats. I'm not going through all the players. I just want to look at a couple, as in the guys that were really, 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 really bad tonight. And some of them were quite bad. Where the heck's the Spurs game? There it is. Pulling up the box score now. All right. So we scored 27 points in the second half. Not 25, 27. Got outscored 21-10 in the fourth quarter. Lose by 24. As far as the team, they shot 24% from the field. 17-72. It's actually slightly under 24%. 6 of 35 from beyond the arc. That is 17%. 17%! We had 10 assists and 13 turnovers. That's the second game in a row, I believe. We had more turnovers than assists. And as far as who really sucked tonight, Bouye was 2 of 9. Ward was 3 of 14. Wow. Tyson Ward, 3 of 14. And Jameer Nelson Jr. was 1 of 8. They were combined 4 of 22. That's all I got. I have nothing left to say on this game. I have nothing positive to say. Asia, I'll see the highlights in the Olympics, but I probably won't be able to watch any games live because I'm sure I'll be working. So let's hope Stefan Castle plays Tuesday night in City Sissoko, so we have something positive. Castle showed us some nice things last night. I hope he plays Tuesday night. We'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern. Also, the Giants Hard Knocks is that night. Damn it, that starts at 9 p.m. So as soon as the Spurs game is over, I'm going to jump over to the Giants and watch the Hard Knocks thing and probably post a couple shorts. I'm enjoying that. And that's all I got, my friends. If you get the thumbs up on the way out, I greatly appreciate it. I got to get to bed. I put up half on the... Why did I say half? That should be an F. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm sorry. That's all I got. On behalf of myself, Baby Coyote, Mikey, and Headman Grogu, what you gonna do when TSR Sports runs wild on you? Go Spurs, go!